I've been consumed with cricket thoughts. I'm building a new physique. Been praying to God my afterlife don't get so for cheap. The brighter them lights, they treat you like you a puppet. So you gon' do as they say, or you gon' leave out with nothing. My intellectual lyricism.
Ready, set! Out 1, out 2, out 3, out 4, out 5, out 6, out 7, out 8, out 9, out 10, out 11, out 12, out 13, out 14, out...
Arvis Lawson with Fannin. I'm sitting here with the legendary Tim Ice Harris, man. It is nothing more than a pleasure to be here. It's a historical moment for me, man. Coach coached me in the all-day game, but I've known about Coach for years. I grew up with his sons, and I've always just heard the name Tim Ice Harris. And I'm not even just talking about the young Tim. I was always told about Big Ice and the thing that you've been doing in the community for years, whether it was at Northwestern, whether it was at Central, but what you started here at Booker T. Washington, F5, nothing short of phenomenal. To have all the players come through here, but outside of the players, just the impact that you've had on the community is phenomenal. And I really want to get your perspective on why Booker T. Like why you could have went anywhere else in the world, but you came here, and not only did you come here, you stayed here and you built a family of coaches that transcended these kids in the community year in and year out. Like they expect nothing less of greatness because of what you and your coaching staff have established.
I definitely have to start off by, my grandmother raising me here in Overtown, and coming from, your grandmother raising you, getting all those lessons, man, that you just can't never like throw out of your mind in terms of trust and loyalty and team, with family, because grandma's always big with family, right. Making sure that family structure is the number one deal. And getting into high school, I really like to thank my high school coach. Okay. Charles Bethel, my high school coach, position coach, Ralph Arza, that really, showed me the way of how to develop, young people. Because I was finding myself as just a regular, park type of ball player. Okay. And then get into high school, and these guys start teaching you fundamentals and techniques, and they tough on you, tough love, and you start figuring it out like, okay, it's making me better, but they own me hard. So now I'm learning how to handle those type of adversities and understanding that process. So that was big for me, in the process of growing up into sports from a high school perspective. And then as I got older, Coach Arza, who was my position coach, became the head coach at Miami High. And he brought a lot of us in that was former players and stuff. He brought us in, and we started off with JV, coaching JV. He was really structured on us, teaching us like, do we really want to get into this coaching field? He gave us the real tough value of understanding about, what the word coach means in terms of how you got to work, outworking, not just, the coaches on your staff, making sure that your players are better prepared, and how you got to make sure you continue to push them, so he set the foundation, for my life, in terms of from a coaching standpoint, to be able to understand, do I really want to do this job? And there was a lot of hours that we didn't understand, that we went in at night, we went in the morning when the sun down, we come out, the sun down. Yeah. So we worked from like 6 to 6, 12 hours a day from a high school standpoint to become at the focus of understanding the game the way we understand it now. So from that standpoint, getting an opportunity to go to Northwestern with Billy Rowe was great. Right. Being able to continue to be an offensive coordinator was awesome for doing something different and going into the inner city. From Miami High, that was a big difference for me from that standpoint there. Then I had a chance to go to Central, and work with the program 1 year there in '99. Yeah. We from a losing program, we was able to take it to the level in '99 to be 11-3 in the playoffs. In 1 year we was able to do that. Then going back to Northwestern when Roland Smith became the head coach there. That was an awesome opportunity. Me and Coach was assistant coaches together under Billy Rowe, and he did a great job with us at that point. And then now, man, Smith with our relationship and coming back to be the offensive coordinator for him, you know, was good, you know, as well there. So we had the opportunity to win the state championship with Billy Rowe. Went to the state championship with Coach Smith, and we lost to a Parker.
Yeah, I remember that.
You know, and then my life changed from that point.
Okay.
You know, when Miss Gloria Evans from Booker T. Washington, I was at Rutgers football camp at the time when Ben called me about, she called him to ask about, you know, was I interested in coming to Booker T to be the head football coach here. You know, so that was a big moment, you know, for my life. So I'm at Rutgers at camp, you know, making sure now that I can be able to get a staff together.
Right.
So now I'm looking for a staff of integrity, of great men
Right.
that can be able to come into our community where I grew up at and really develop and change lives.
Yeah.
True lyricism gon' give me a portion. When you possess with the passion, it's like you don't got a choice. I knew this was the wave, cause man, I followed my heart. They say my past was blemish, so I reached out for a start. Watching my family struggle, yeah, it inspired a genius. I write my life on the line, and they relay for a reason. It's the mentality of a that know the truth. When they didn't believe, I swear to God that I knew. See, I defeated the odds, don't give a how it come. Working minimum wage, I told my mama I'm done. See, poor decisions kill a black man. How about we all lend a helping hand?
It's Arvis Lawson with Fannin. I'm sitting here with the guys from L5, the Albans to be exact. I'm gonna go ahead and let them boys introduce themselves, starting with the quarterback.
Tory Morrison, known by Scooter.
Theodore Richardson, known as Teddy.
Shamal Paul, known as Jesus.
Corey Brook, known as C7.
So now somewhere known as Black Jesus.
Macho Arza, known as Macho.
So yeah, man, these my guys, and they some special guys. This is exactly why I'm here, for the simple fact that they have a different aura about themselves. The school has a different aura about themselves, and in the short stints that you guys been around, y'all been able to do some amazing things. Starting with Coach Tim Ice Harris, the way he moves with you guys, the relationship that he has with you guys is pretty much the reason why you're here. All y'all come from different backgrounds, but the brotherhood that y'all share is extremely special. Before everything started, I told you what I wanted y'all to do is just give me an example of y'all why. I'm gonna start with you.
My why is because I see my old girl and my old boy, you feel me, they don't got it like that, you feel me, and I want to put a smile on their face, and I want them to have it, and I don't want to be broke again. I just want to get out of Florida City.
Yeah, that's big. That's what we do a lot of time. We want to do it for our moms and our dads, or our siblings, people that we look out for. And Florida City is a tough place. A lot of people don't know about Florida City, so kind of give me a synopsis on what it was like down there.
What it was like, you feel me, it's like it's a low environment, you feel me, we just working to get it. You feel me, all young boys, we just working to get it.
Yeah.
From the youth to the grown people.
How long you playing football?
Football, since I was about 3, 4. Like, I've been born with it, like, you feel me?
You always been that quarterback?
Yeah, I'm an athlete, but you feel me, I get jiggy with it.
That's real, man. See, and what people don't understand is that they underestimate you because of your height. But you got the biggest arm I done seen.
My old boy, he tell me, like, don't let that get to you, just play football. I've been playing football my whole life.
Yeah.
You can't stop me. That's my mindset, personally. Like, I don't see nobody.
Yeah. Love it, man. Love it, man. So before I hit the left side, we're gonna go to the right to my speech, to my drag races, man. Black Jesus. Go ahead, Black Jesus. Tell me, man.
Basically the same why he had. I'm just trying to be the first one in my family to get to college. Stuff like that.
Yeah, so you breaking that generational curse.
Yeah.
That's big time, man. And you got everything that it takes. You got I know for a fact, man, you're gonna get a lot of offers coming your way. For a simple fact, man, that they can't measure this. Every time I see you line up, man, everybody get it. And then with this young man that's you throwing it, everybody get it. You know what I'm saying? F5 all day. So I think, y'all went up there to the South Carolina camp, right?
Yeah.
Y'all won 7-on-7?
Yeah.
Tell me about that, how it went.
Easy.
You're supposed to win. You expected to win.
Arvis.
Arvis.
Macho, how you feeling, man?
Straight and getting back right.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So what you was in Tallahassee last year?
Yeah, I was up there for 2 years when I left here my freshman year.
Yeah. How I feel to be back home?
And it just feel right. Like I should have never left in the first place.
Yeah. But you know, things happen.
Yeah, yes, sir.
What's your why?
And basically the same thing. Everybody, I feel like everybody got almost the same reason. That's why we just so special around here. Everybody playing for almost the same reason. That's why we just so together. I don't feel like no other school got a bond that we do.
I see
Coaches, players, staff, everything. That's why it's just so special over here.
Yeah. What's up, D? What's up, Fred?
What's up?
What's
You
up,
know,
gang? How you doing, man?
My why?
Hold on.
Okay.
I don't want to get to your why yet. You gotta know who you is, man. There go Teddy. Mr. Blur himself, man. Mr. Blur himself, man. How you feeling today, bro?
I'm great.
Man, tell me your why.
My wife, this is my old girl. She been doing it on since day one, cause you know my old boy passed before I was born. When I was in the stomach, so she deserve it all. I'm just trying to work for her every day. You know. That's my wife.
Yeah, the extra mile.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I love it, man. My guy, Shamal. Man, 7 heaven.
Truly.
You got 7 heaven next to you too now.
Yeah.
See why they don't understand why I call you 7 heaven, because last year you was over there with the rock block, right?
Yeah.
Now you here. Now you sticks up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Mr. Get there if you want it.
Yeah.
Mr. Ooh. Stick it in the ground and go.
Yeah.
True. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they I think a lot of people slept on you. I said this to a few guys that I know that like your ability is like I don't even see how all y'all this fast for number one, man. But I'm gonna take that back because I see how hard y'all work in the weight room. I see what the coaches do with y'all. But you special, man, with that gift. Like we posted that video up, and before you hit the dude with the move, they were saying, "Oh, he just gonna beat it with speed."
Mm-hmm.
Well, we need him to think, right?
Yeah.
We need him to think that we just gonna run past you.
Well, we did.
We didn't. They don't even see the power. Like we gonna post the power soon because they ain't even see the power, that sprint that you have.
Yeah, they ain't see that yet.
They ain't see you squatting in here. They don't see why we in the weight room and not outside because this is where it starts at. So, tell me what your why is.
See, my why is my old boy played football in high school, you know, but he got caught up into some stuff, so he had to change his life, you know. So I started playing football because of him, you know, to finish his dream for my old boy. I do it for my family, but it's really for my old boy and for myself.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just trying to fix that, you know. And
You
I really
know,
ain't got nobody in my life that made it to the league or really went D1, so you know I'm trying to be the first one.
You ain't gonna try. You ain't trying.
Well, yeah, we gonna make it. We gonna get there, but you know what I'm saying. So like, yeah, that's my why.
Yeah, I love it. Man, low key C7, Mr. Dance if you want to. C7, man. The way y'all communicate, like a lot of people don't see that. They don't see the brotherhood, man. I see the relationship that y'all have, like, and it like if you look at it, it's so many weapons, but there's no argument. Yeah, there's only one ball, but y'all got one goal. Am I right or wrong?
You right.
You know what I mean? Like, despite the offers, anything, I talk to y'all all the time, it's about supporting one another. And watching y'all play together is always picking y'all brothers up, man. Despite all the offers and all that, the way that y'all stick together, that's going to take y'all so far, man. Like, with that being said, what your why is, bro?
Why, like everybody else, that live that better lifestyle, you know. Get my family out, stop struggling and all that. And, you know, I want to be in the NFL and my dream. I play, wake up, sleep football every day. Like, why not?
Right.
Yeah.
You got, man, you guys have all the abilities in the world. You know, beyond all the rings and things, just this right here, this togetherness, gonna take y'all further than anything else in the world. You feel me? Because the more y'all push each other, the better y'all gonna be. The harder y'all work, the better y'all gonna be. And Coach Ice is a testament to that. Matter of fact, I want each of y'all to give one word. Matter of fact, give me something that Coach Ice does for you. Starting with you, Masha.
It's not one word, just everything. Just he more than a coach. That's all you can say. I don't live with my parents down here, but he like a father figure to me. Just growing up, just everything. He just do everything for me.
That's real.
much of everything around here.
Coach I is not like only a coach. He like a father figure. Like he want us to be prepared for life, not just football.
Yeah.
Coach I is a fiery competitor that he hates to lose. You know, great mindset. You know, stuff like that.
Just sounded like.
Go ahead, Jamal.
Work. That's all Coach Ike's been teaching me since I got here with the work.
Yeah.
Train. You know, tired, still gotta train. Basically, that's what he taught me.
Honestly, he a dedicated guy. You know, he gonna keep you motivated. You know, he always gonna push you to be your best.
Yeah.
He ain't gonna give up on you or nothing like that.
Yeah, I see the way the type of relationship that y'all have with him, man. Like the way he treats y'all is all love, and that's the definition of a true coach. Like him coming here, him being here is deep. Like he got the longest stint I've seen in our area. You know, coaches come and go, but he is Booker T, just like y'all are Booker T. T-Town, man. I appreciate y'all boys, man. I can't wait to see y'all put up the numbers this year. Break all records. You understand that?
True. Yes, sir.
All right, love y'all boys.
It's too late for praise, it's too late for praise. Patience always pays, mama said it pays. Running through this maze, all we do is pray. I ain't never been the type to do what niggas say. Oh my God.
I love to do this because our big guys don't get enough love. You know, going with the small guys a little earlier, you know, they funny and everything with y'all. Y'all the hogs. Y'all the ones that make it all happen. So just sitting up here with you guys, I want you all to introduce yourselves from left to right. Start with my guy.
I'm Jeremiah Jacob, offensive lineman. I play guard, center, tackle.
I'm Harry Williams, offensive lineman. I play guard, center, and tackle.
My name is Michael Jeffers. I play guard and center.
And coach?
Coach Torian Bean, offensive coordinator, running backs coach.
So, y'all the ones that make it happen. Y'all the ones that make it happen. They get all the glory, but y'all the ones that make it happen.
Yeah.
So, that's why y'all sitting here right now. I wanted to make sure that everybody know that y'all the ones that make it happen. They think they the ones that make it happen, but it really ain't. Because if y'all don't get up no time, it's nothing. You know what I mean? And y'all give them time. All y'all do y'all thing by keeping the quarterback upright, opening holes for the running back, giving the quarterback time so he can get the ball to the pretty boys.
Yeah.
So y'all deserve y'all camera time. This y'all camera time right here. So therefore, I'm gonna do just like I did the last time. I want you guys to pretty much give me y'all why and tell me why y'all love that line so much.
My why is for my old boy. My old boy, even though he graduated from a different school, you know, he sweat, cried, and bled. Feel me, orange and black. So he been with Booker T for a long time. And before he could see me start my high school career here, he passed. So every time like I'm out here, I'm thinking about him, like how he would want me to do this and that. You know, I'm just grinding for him, you feel me? And another part is my old girl, because she do everything she can for me, and I'm trying to, feel me, make it so I could return the favor.
You doing that, bro. Yeah, we ain't trying, you doing that. Every day you come out here, you doing it. You just keep grinding. And I love that. You know what I mean? Like you doing it for your family. So don't never get that. It ain't no trying. We don't try to do nothing. We work on everything. That's where we get up early in the morning, 4:30s, everything Coach I telling you, keep on working. It's gonna get there. You're gonna be able to pay her back, rather it be in sports or just being a great young man that you are. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Like your job is important at the end of the day. You a protector. All the way around. You still protecting on and off the field. So everything gonna make sure it works out the way God gonna plan it to do. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
My why is mainly for my old girl. Like, I'm tired of seeing her struggle.
Yeah.
I want to be the one to take her out of the hood, show her better things and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And because like she supported me throughout my whole football career by paying for everything and showing up to the games, stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing the old girl smile. That's what we do it for.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're doing it the right way. Continue to stay on your grind. Same thing. As a whole with you guys, y'all protect us naturally. It goes far beyond sports. You know what I'm saying? So no matter how they try to shape it up, you guys are the core of everything. It started in the trenches, right?
Yes.
You don't get no trenchier than y'all. You know what I mean? He don't get no trenchier than y'all. Y'all got all the tools to push forward, so you gonna make that happen.
So my why is because my mom came from another country,
Yeah.
so I was born here. So when I was little, like she was struggling and everything. Yeah, I just do it for her. Cause if I go to college, I'm gonna be the first one out of the family to
Yeah.
make it. So,
What's your descent?
I'm Hispanic.
Hispanic.
Mm-hmm.
What
She
country?
from Honduras.
She from Honduras.
Mm-hmm.
See, all of us got something in common.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what this is all about. Understanding that all of us have something in common. You know, like it ain't because I'm lighter than you that I'm better. Nah, we all go through the same things. You got the same why as them.
Yeah.
It wasn't no different. Your story just like their story. So it's gonna pan out again. Y'all trench boys. That's y'all new nickname too.
Trench boys.
Yeah, coin that. F5 trench boy. That's what that is. Coach, man. Or before the cameras came on, you were telling me how long you been here. 14 years. That is impressive, man. I commend you for that. That is impressive because I mean you get to see so many young men come and go. You know, so you're that father figure, that stand-in guy. Why here for so long?
Why here for so long? 2005, I came back. You know, I was at Florida State, and I came back home and just working in corporate America. You know, I reached out to Ice and told him I wanted to get into coaching, and he gave me an opportunity to come out and volunteer, and I hit the ground running. I've been here ever since. And when you help build something, it's hard to like leave it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Then you see the success. You see where we was when we couldn't get over the hump.
Yeah.
The struggles before the success. Then we finally popped it, and then we got over the hump and just helped building, you know, a winning tradition. There's nowhere else I'd rather be. And impacting lives from in the community where I grew up, and that's the most important thing.
And you said something that makes a whole lot of sense. Like you've been here 14 years. That's over a decade. So you've seen so much transition. People come and go, things come and go. The community change. What is it like within the community? The impact that you see, that you've seen over the years within the community.
Police arrest and charge a Miami teenager with murder months after the shooting deaths of a 10-year-old and 16-year-old in Overtown. The two shootings happened on a violent Friday night, and Miami police now say they are connected. CBS 4's Donna Rapato has more.
10-year-old Marlon Eason was shot in the head last March as he played basketball on his family's front porch at their Overtown home.
An investigation is underway after a fatal shooting that claimed the life of 19-year-old Malcolm Nicholas Sunday night in Overtown. Police responded to the area of Northwest 5th Avenue and 17th Street shortly after 7 o'clock.
Rescue was dispatched. He was transported to JMH.
Witnesses are telling us that they heard maybe 20 to 30 shots fired. The initial information that we got into our newsroom was that this was a triple shooting. Witnesses on the scene tell us that there were 3 men that were standing outside on this block. They were aimed at, and what they are telling us was a drive-by shooting.
We got to help each other, help ourselves. All right? So all I'm saying is to anybody that can see this, to anybody that hear this, help me, because when you make bad decisions, that's the results of bad decisions.
We when this football team is doing good, like you see a change from like crime goes down, the community is happy, community is proud, they rally behind the team. So as this team goes, like I said, we were the pride of Overtown.
Yeah.
Talked to the kid about this like a couple of weeks ago, like why you not playing for Booker T? So you supposed to be playing for the pride of Overtown. So this team is the pride of Overtown. No matter how you look at it, no matter how you dice it up, no matter what kid play here, don't play here. This team right here is the pride of Overtown. As we go, they go.
Yeah, that's real. I commend that, Coach, and I appreciate everything that you guys do. I definitely appreciate what you guys do. Because again, them suckers don't get nothing without y'all. we gonna make sure they see they don't hear this yet, but we gonna remind them 100 times they don't get nothing without y'all. Y'all the real bag. You know what I'm saying? Same thing, Coach, man. All that love and energy that you pour into these kids, that goes a long way. With that being said, I want y'all to give me a short snippet on y'all coach, man, the head man in charge, man, that guy, Coach Ice. Is that not the coolest name? Hey, listen to me. I wanted to play field for years, boy. Coach Ice. Tell me about your experience with Coach Ice, man.
Coach Ice, he helped me get through a lot. I mean, a lot. Like times when I felt like I couldn't do something, he'll talk to me one-on-one, get my head back right, and I'll go out and just do what I gotta do.
That's real, man.
So I kind of love him like a father figure.
That's what I'm talking about, bro.
Me, I see Coach Ice as a father figure because, like, he keep me out of trouble. He keep me doing positive things and stuff like that.
That's real.
Yeah.
I see Coach Ice as the GOAT. I ain't play Optimist or Pop Warner, nothing like that. I came in my 10th grade year. I ain't really know nothing about football, so he taught me everything I know. So yeah, he's the GOAT.
That's real.
Coach Ice, man, that man is a legend, the GOAT. Growing up down here, I looked up to high school coaches like they were like legendary to me, like Walt Frazier, Ice, Billy Rowe. You know, it was like stand-up guys. Like we always held them in high esteem. And then when I get that opportunity to come coach under Coach Ice, he gave me my start in coaching. Also taught me everything I know about coaching. Taught me how to be a better coach. Stopped me from being a hothead, becoming a more positive coach, things like that. I have my own expertise too, but as far as his coaching game, like he taught me everything I know. And he's legendary in that, like a father figure. He's my father in football, as he's a father to everybody around him. The most respectable guy you can ever work with. He's never been condescending to anybody around him, never throw his title around that I'm the head coach, and that goes a long way with, that's one of the reasons I say I can't coach under everybody. That's just not something I could do. It's home for me. No matter who steps up to be the head coach, it's always been home for me.
Yeah.
It's because of what he put into all of us.
That's right. Man, listen to me, man. You guys have been amazing. Trench boys on deck. I appreciate everything y'all do. We definitely appreciate Coach Ice, man. Coach Ice, man, we appreciate everything that you've done for this community, along with everything you continue to do with the young men that follow your road, man. So.
Oh my God, the genius on this shit. You been gone for some time, but you hard to even miss. I've been living through my verses, therapeutic as I wrote this. Excitement in the eyes every time the homies po this.
So, I'm here with my guys, man. My favorite side of the ball, man, that defense. We ain't got everybody, but we got everybody. And you got enough, man. Yeah, like that F5, that F5D, man. That thing, that's something serious, man. And we here today in support of the community, because y'all are the community. Y'all are what makes the community go. Y'all are what pumps the community up. Despite everything that's going on, y'all are that beacon of hope that they have. And what they say, defense wins championship.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? It starts with you guys. They can't score, they can't win. Simple as that. Simple as that. So, what I want to do is to allow you guys to introduce yourselves. I'm gonna switch it up. I'm gonna start with the coaches first. Then I'll work myself over to you talented young men. So, Coach, go ahead.
Okay, I'm Coach Lothario Wright, Coach O, Coach Wright, the strength and conditioning coach, D-line coach.
Coach Chestnut, coach the DBs, along with Coach Tron, like Tron Store, DC.
Lothario Wright Jr., known as Lil O, class of 2021 defensive tackle.
I'm Joseph Narcisse. I play DB. Yeah, that's
Class of what?
2020. I go by Joe though.
Donnell Hans, I go by as D9. I just reclassified to 2020. So yeah.
Okay. So you guys are a special bunch. I wish everybody was here because I ain't gonna lie, cause y'all, the way y'all click, what this was, MacArthur game, you guys move fast, which is the way a defense is supposed to move. Flying around, hitting people, like really hitting people. And that's a lot of times, that's a lot of what high school football missing. Now they tackle. It's a difference. I don't think people understand that. It's tackling and it's hitting.
Banging.
You know what I mean? Y'all hit.
All our coaches on the defense side of the ball told us we gotta swarm to the ball, so that's what we do.
That's real. And people gotta understand that if y'all moving fast like that, it's gonna always somebody always gonna get hit hard.
Our offense move fast, so that makes us move even faster
real.
on defense.
That's real.
So you know they quick tempo, so we gotta be at least 2 steps ahead of them.
That's
So
real.
they motor always going.
Yeah.
You know.
I think y'all. Well, I don't think. Let me stop saying that. Number one, I know y'all have all the tools to win it all. You know, the proof is in the pudding. At the end of the day, and you guys are probably one of the fastest, biggest teams I've seen in a while. As far as in numbers, it's not a lot, but what y'all have is, it's by far one of the most impressive teams I've seen. And it goes to show you how hard, we were just in here in the weight room, I seen you how hard you pushing the kids, you know what I mean? That extra mile. Coach Ice came in here and talked about it, that extra mile. Going that extra mile, being addicted to the situation, being addicted to the grind. That's what's gonna make y'all win. Now it ain't the offers. The offers don't mean absolutely nothing because they can be taken away. But they can't take away that work y'all put in. Yeah. That hard work that you guys put in, man. Tell me what it's like.
The day in the life of being a part of F5, it starts with me first. You know, I love the summer. The summer is just my grind. You know, coach just let me do whatever I do. And when he let me do whatever I do, it pans out on me getting the guys over there ready from the offense to defense. Whatever it is, I make sure it get done. We go specifically hard. We start off on track. It may be days we just out there just running, you know. But when we get through running, you know, we come in here, we knock it out, you know what I'm saying, a little lift here, a little lift there. But I always get it back on the back end with core. You know, certain days we do certain things, you know what I'm saying, throughout the summer. It depends on how I schedule. We got pool workout.
Okay.
You know, I get them in there because you got to treat the body right. You
That's
know,
right.
Things about the body, keeping everybody healthy, keeping everybody up, you know, keeping everybody going. You know, then it might be some days we'll get up early and we'll hit the beach. You know, we go grind it out on the beach, you know, and things like that. You know, like when it comes to getting our guys ready, coach put the keys in my hand and he just let me go. You know, and you can ask any one of them guys, when they come to the weight room, I'm gonna get it back.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get it back.
Coach said a handful, you know, I just assist him in everything, you know. It starts at the top, man. Coach Ice, man, great leader. You know, he instilled out everything in us, man.
Yeah.
From leading these guys, you know, he lead us, you know, he pushed us to be the best coaches.
Yeah.
He want us to be the best so we can get the best out of them as players.
Yeah.
And like you said, you see it on the field, man. You know, we still growing. We still trying to get better. We want to get better as coaches and as players.
Yeah.
We want these kids to excel. You know, we chasing something this year.
Yeah.
We got a lot to prove. You know, people doubting us, but we gonna keep everything quiet and we gonna keep it all
We
work.
humble.
Yeah,
we
that's
humble.
right.
We
Yeah,
gonna
it's
work.
only right.
That's all we gonna do is work.
Baby O, what's
Look.
up, man? How I feel, man, to play with your dad?
Feel good. It was hard because he always on me, keep pushing me, like it's aggravating. Like
That's real. Be honest.
Like why me out of everybody?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, yeah, like I'm his son. He want to see me do good. My first came here, I ain't really talk. I was like shy. I ain't know nobody. Nah, I know everybody. Like they family. They treat me good. I treat them good. Practice, play along with them. They teach me new techniques and stuff.
Yeah.
But right now, we just here to prove something.
Yeah.
We want to go to state. Everybody doubting us, but they really looking at the state chunks right now.
Yeah.
I don't really know nothing.
I love it, man. That confidence, man. I see where it come from, though. You know what I mean? And like you said, he stand on top of you because he love you. He want more for you, despite. But more than anything, I know he just wants you to be a fantastic individual. You know what I'm saying? So you got to take that leadership role that he instills in y'all and pass it along. Saying, hey, with your guys, you know, you come out 2021, right?
Yeah.
2021. So you got a lot to look up to. You got your dad that's hovering over you, but you know, that's your dad. These your guys. You know, you're going to spend more time. You'll learn more from them. You're going to learn a lot from him, but you're going to eat with them. That's who you eat face with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So always constantly pay attention. Understand that his love, it runs deep, but pay attention to those guys that's in front of you. All right? Man. Big phone. Oh, for sure. How you feeling, man?
Feel good.
How's everything coming along, man?
Everything coming along great. We maintaining. We doing good. You know, we putting that work in. What we supposed to do. You know, cause right. You know, we doing everything we need to do in here, working out to conditioning, all that. Cause you know we put that work in.
Y'all getting ready to leave tomorrow, right?
Yeah, paddock camp.
Paddock camp.
So that's why we doing all this extra work, you know, pushing ourselves.
Love it,
you know,
man.
we don't get no days off.
I love it, man.
Ain't no days for a champion.
That's why you feel me. That's why we finna get that work in at 4:30 in the morning. We don't get no days
I
off.
love the way that y'all go with it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go with it. That's big time. Like in order, y'all the leaders at the end of the day. Y'all go, they go as y'all go. You only as strong as your weakest link. And one thing about a weak link, he gonna look at the strong link. The link, if you sucking your teeth, you know what they gonna do? You feel me? And then that's when cancer starts spreading. That's what y'all can't do. But I know being around you guys, I know that y'all have that extra gift. Y'all got that extra gift to make it not only you guys greater, but the guys that's coming behind you. And that's what it's about. It's selfish to just think about yourself, because if you think about yourself, y'all ain't going nowhere.
At all.
Straight up. If you just focus on the office and you just focus on the office, y'all ain't going nowhere. You going somewhere, but what about your team? This not a team sport?
Sound like Coach Ice. Coach Ice's biggest thing. Team. Even team.
Because everything else can work itself out. The hard work, dedication shows.
Ain't no iron team.
You understand what I'm saying? It's let's push the man next to me. You know what I mean?
We always push each other.
That's real.
That ain't no problem. We always push each other. We push each other to strive for greatness.
Yeah.
'Cause we all got one goal. We trying to conquer states.
Oh, you're right. Man, D9. My God, man. How you feeling, bro?
Feeling good. Just getting ready for this conditioning we about to do when we go to UCL. But I've been all right though.
Yeah, man. How the reclassification? You excited?
I'm excited, but it's a lot of work I got to do though.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, so I'm gonna just knock it out. So when we get back ready for school, I'll be in the 12th grade.
That's what I'm talking about, man. That's big time, man. Like you making some grown man decisions, man. That's big, bro. And to do that, some people reclassify and they move up for extra time. You actually went ahead and took that step to push yourself to the next level. So with that being said, what is your why? Why you doing it? I know you got a huge reason, man. So tell me what your why is.
The reason I play football, because I may seem like I got it done already. I got everything, but my parents work. They work 9 to 5 every day. I grind, they grind, and I want to be the first to go to college and finish out, graduate with a degree, and play on Sunday, so they could just sit back and relax and come to my games. And who else? My grandma. Do it for my grandma because she's struggling, but we help her through the process, and so that's all I do it for.
That's big time, man.
My why is, mainly for me, because I want to do something with my life.
Yeah.
But my why is for my pops and my mama. Because, tired of seeing my mama struggling, going through all that there, and finding out when how she gonna pay her next bill. So I'm just trying to make something of myself and do this for her. Because I told her I'm going to buy a house that costs a plane engine.
That's real, bro. That's real.
Well, my why is you looking at him right now. After I lost a brother, all he got left. I'm gonna do it for him. He always tell me, don't worry about him. I'm gonna promise I'm gonna keep doing it for him. I'm gonna work hard. I don't care if I break a bone. I'm gonna come out here and work. I just want to take him out. He always talking about, oh, I got you, I got it. I see it in your eyes. You don't have it. Trying to get here. That's all I want. I just want to work. Get to the next level, get to the other next level so I can take them out. My other why is my mama. Mama, she taking care of 4 kids. I'm the only one that, in my mama's side, I got a father. All of them, she working hard. She busting the sweat. So I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna help her so she can help the other kids get up.
Real, bro. Love that, man. For real, man. Cool.
I do it for these kids, man. For the kids, you know, it's a lot going on in not just this community, but other communities, you know. And if we don't step up as men to help these kids better themselves, then the younger kids don't have nothing to look at. You know, we trying to get these guys to go. Like you said, we want the younger guys to learn from them. You know, to keep pushing. You know, keep striving to do better things in life. You know, like all these guys got good futures ahead of them. You know what I'm saying? You know, they got great parents. You know, like Slim, great father, mama. Joe, great father, mama. Him, it's my main man. Great dad, man. You know, they doing it for their parents, man. You know. And as a coach, man, you love to see these things from these kids. You know, they're not troublemakers. They don't get into trouble. And we like to keep these kids out of trouble. You know, I used to coach on the parks right here in Overtown. So, you know, I coached a lot of guys coming into this program. Yeah. So we want to keep these kids off the street, mainly. Yeah. Keep them off the street. That's perfect. Because we see what's going on in these neighborhoods, man. Right. We want these kids to prosper. And if it ain't football, something to get some kind of sport to keep them going, you know, to keep them off these streets, man. Because there's a lot going on right now. And it's in our community, man, you know, you see it, they see it. Yeah. A lot of negative things going on, man. And we just want to be positive to these kids, man, as they move forward in life.
They that beacon of hope. They the one that the younger kids look up to. They don't even. What they do. What I always like them to understand is that you guys are their superstars. They see what's the name them on the big screen, Odell Beckham and all them, and Von Miller and all them. They come and they go. But you guys are the guys that they admire. You the guys that they'll never forget because you guys are the ones they can touch. You understand that? Like, think about it when y'all was on the park. Remember all those little kids that ran up to y'all? Y'all they superstars, man. Y'all they superstars. So what y'all put in, they gonna go that extra mile because they know y'all. They can say, I know him. I know him. Like we played at Gibson. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So y'all continue to push yourself. Coach, what's your why?
I'll be selfish. I say I just got a why. I got a lot of whys. Yeah. So, you know, and my why start with me being a good role model, good father, good uncle, big brother, anything that I feel that's gonna get not just my guys to do right, but any other kid I come in contact with just to do right. Yeah. You know, and like he said, you know, I lost a son. You know what I'm saying? That came through here. You know, got drafted by the Bears. You know what I'm saying? And went to mini camp, and after that, he didn't make it back. You know, little freak accident. You know what I'm saying? And like I always tell them, as well as I tell my son, I don't want you to work as hard as I do to make sure y'all be okay. You know, I want y'all to go to the next level. The next level means it ain't always got to be football. That's right. It's always got to be being a man to get yourself in order to do right by your family. That's right. So when you say why, I got a lot of whys. Yeah. And, you know, that's just some of them. But as far as the main thing is me just being a better man to these gentlemen that I'm here and any kid that I contact with and just push them to be great. Yeah, man, you guys are phenomenal. And all of y'all, at the end of the day, are phenomenal. I appreciate the hard work y'all put in. I definitely appreciate the hard work that y'all put in because they are a reflection of you guys. That being said, I want to talk about y'all head, man. Y'all, I want y'all to give a quick word to y'all head, man. I'm gonna start with you, D.
I grew up playing football. I first started at Lake Stevens, and then 90s, 105s year, I came to Overtown. I played with Coach Chestnut. Coach Chestnut, Coach Trowns out there coaching me, and that's when Coach Ice started. He wanted me to come out here my freshman when I came to high school. Yeah. And so I came out here, did what I was supposed to do, still am, just trying to get it out the mud. And Coach Ice is like a father figure to me. He helped. I had a little issue that went on during the school year. He helped me get through that. Sure. And I can just say that he like a father figure.
Dope.
I mean, what can I say? I mean, everybody said it. That guy's the GOAT right there. He gonna make sure everybody's straight, and he gonna be on top of everybody and make sure they gotta do what they gotta do. He give you tough love. He don't give you none of that stuff. He gonna tell you how it is.
Yeah.
And he not gonna, you feel me? He not gonna beat around the bush. He gonna tell you how it is and how you gotta be about it and, you know, perfect your craft.
That's real.
It's a lot of words to describe him. But my word, I'm gonna go with a motivator. He motivates you to do a lot of stuff. Motivate you to get, he always stay on your top on your grades. He say school is important. Then be a ball player. Ball player, could do a lot of stuff being a ball player, bring your family out. He motivate me. That's why I'm still in it.
That's real.
Man, Coach Ice is just a great guy, man. Put it like that, he's a great guy, great family man, great coach. And you know, I never got a chance to play for him, but I'm glad I got a chance to coach with him. You know, he taught me a lot. You know, he's a great coach to me, to these kids. He's a great guy for the community, the program, man. He just, everything that it's nothing negative you can say about Coach Ice.
Yeah.
One thing I'm gonna tell y'all now, he's a funny guy.
Oh yeah, I know.
He's a funny guy. Nobody said that yet up here. He's a funny guy, man. He's just a lovable guy, man. That's, you know, I'm just glad I'm able to be in his presence, work with him, you know, because he's a great guy all around, man.
That's dope, man.
Coach Ice. Cooler than a fan, colder than the freezer. That's my man, man. Listen, man. Coach Ice. Like you said, I know you don't ask that question. Everybody probably repeated it, you know, the same thing. But when it comes to him, and I look at it, he just don't motivate the kids. He motivate the coaches too.
Yeah.
You know, when you look at Coach Ice, he's one of those guys that no matter what the issue is, no matter what the problem is, he gonna put you in that situation to solve it and make sure you understand where you wrong at and where you right at. But at the end of the day, he gonna be there for you in that situation. To me, I look at Coach Ice as like, I rock with him so hard, I call him my Obama.
Yeah.
You feel me? He like my president, you know, because it ain't nothing I can go to him and ask him, you know, about, you know, if I need something or whatever, but, you know, he never told me no.
Yeah.
And for me to come here to get my first start in coaching, man, I sat down with him and he asked me, say, you sure this is what you want to do? And I told him, yeah, coach, this is what I want to do. Put me in this position I am now, you know, and I'm thankful for that. You know, that's not only is I'm thankful for that, but he also, you know, guided me and pushed me too to be an awesome, you know what I'm saying, an awesome father and an awesome, you know, person to my family also, because that guy there, he has so many things around him, man, and at the end of the day, you'll never know what he's going through because he's always smiling and he always helping somebody else out. So, like I said, he got the right name. Coach Ice, baby. Cooler than a fan, colder than a freezer. That's my guy.
Man, it's me, man. Again, man, it's not even enough that can be said. Just a testament, just to this program alone, man. You guys are a testament to that. The way you guys push through that, you know, it starts at the top. How highly we speak on just to see the work ethic, you know, and to just like hand over the keys to you guys.
Yeah.
And he not worried because he know he gave you all the tools.
Yeah.
And then he know if I give you all the tools, then I'm gonna give them all the tools.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's gonna reflect within your work, and it's gonna reflect within your work outside of here. And all you guys are doing amazing things. Y'all gonna continue to do amazing things far beyond football. You know what I mean? But keep working. I appreciate y'all guys. Y'all know ain't nothing but love, man.
Oh my God, a genius on this shit. You been gone for some time, but you hard to even miss. I been living through my verses, therapeutic as I wrote this. Excitement in the eyes.
So before we took the break, we were pretty much talking about your transitioning from where you started to now we making it to Booker T, and that opportunity that the principal gave you here. So how was that?
That was Miss Gloria Evans. I ended up coming back from New Jersey from Rutgers football camp. I had a chance to go through the interview process, and the main thing that I wanted to find out was from Booker T, because the school was already, she was already doing an excellent job with the school. So with me as a team player, I just wanted to make sure I understand her standards, what she, you know, what she wanted, you know, what was her philosophy, her mission statement at her school, all the stuff that she was doing here, because I wanted to make sure that I come in and feed off of what she was doing, you know, from an overall school standpoint, to add it into the football program at the same time, you know, because I feel, you know, the leaders lead the school. We understand the leader's mission.
Right.
We take that mission and we put it into our kids, that they can be able to take it into the community. And now we represent, you know, our leader. And she was our leader, and I definitely want to make sure, once I get the job, I want to make sure I represent her standards, live up to her standards, make sure our student athletes live up to her standards before we even get into any football issues.
Right, you wanted to get the technicalities out the way.
Exactly.
And that's the most, that's the most important thing, is understanding your leadership role and as a position, what your position basically is. And speaking on that is, like when I spoke with the coaches, they're olive branches of you. You know what I mean? Like you, hearing them is like hearing you. You wasn't here for their conversation, but I promise you, when you hear you, you're proud of what you produce, because they sound just like you. It's like a mimic. It's like you creating a whole bunch of mini-me's. And then because you create mini-me's, they're creating mini-me's because you allow them to be themselves with the kids. But they all of you. And then just listen to it, you are all of your path. So that's huge. That's huge. That's huge for not only just the kid, but the community as a whole, because that dedication, that hard work goes a long way, because then you have that pipeline of kids that be able to look up to the kids that you've coached. I explained to them, like, at the end of the day, you guys are their superheroes. They see Odell Beckham on TV, but they're able to actually reach out and touch you. So all the hard work and dedication that you're putting in is a reflection of the kids that you send off to school, the kids that go off into the world and be great, not just athletes, but young men at the end of the day. Your umbrella is huge, and we as a company as a whole, this is, like I said, this is historical for me, because people need to understand the position that we hold as a community, and our leaders. You are one of our leaders inside this community. You've seen this community transition from what it was to what it is right now. Matter of fact, I would like for you to kind of give me a synopsis on how the community reacts to it when you guys are doing well.
I think the key thing is staying positive with everything. And the first thing that we try to make sure is the people who's going to impact these student athletes. You know, that's what we want to make sure. I want to make sure I show the administration men that I bring in with integrity, with the trust, with the loyalty and the love for our school, for our kids, for our community. You know, that's the key emphasis of making sure that we can get the work out, that we can get those kids to be able to trust us, and we can trust them, and they can understand what is the key factor. So the first thing that we want to make sure of, that our kids understand how important the education factor is.
Bingo.
You know, and stuff that. So that's what we make sure we have things that in line and standards that the kids have to abide by, to make sure that they can be able to be a F5 tornado.
Yeah.
You know, so they got to come to school early in the morning. They got to sign in the morning every day.
Yeah.
Make sure they're on time. Monday, they got to wear shirt and tie.
Yeah.
On Monday. We want to start that week off with understanding, teaching them the way of life, man. This is how we're going to have to perform in life at the end of the day.
Yeah.
We're going to have to make sure we know how to tie a tie.
Yeah.
We got to know how to put on a suit and feel good about it.
Right.
Making sure we know how to control, you know, our pants situation and the sag game. And I know, you know, what goes with the routine of being young, you know, and stuff like that. But it's a time for everything, but it's a time to make sure we understand about managing life.
Yeah.
You know, so we're big on that. We're making sure our kids sit in the first 2 rows in the classroom.
Yeah.
That they understand where the teachers can be able to see the guys in the front. Because I went and evaluate classes, and I know when we was in school, somehow the guys that's in the front, all the students that's in the front, they're getting A's and B's.
Yeah.
You know, and the guys in the back, it's just not working out all the time.
Yeah.
So we want to make sure that we show the teachers that they can live up. We're gonna live up to their standards in their classroom. And when they talk about our players to the administration or to their other staff members, that they can be positive about how we're attacking the education part of their life.
And that's extremely important, and that's a key note. I said you've been here for so long, and for you to watch the reactions of the players, like at the spring game at MacArthur, just that alma mater status, everybody on the sideline, like everybody, they speak highly of Miami Northwestern and their alumni, but the men that come back and you still relate to them, you know what I mean, like that energy that you give to them even now, like look how good you look. That's number one, man. You like you never aged a day in your life or something, man. I don't know what you're drinking or what pool you jumped in, but like for you to be able to continuously keep up with the times, man. Like how you do it?
This fraternity, it's a fraternity with the kids, coming back once you come to be a part of L5. We're a fraternity for a lifetime. The moment that we spend together, we're gonna know it's for real. It was genuine. It's love, it's trust, it's the body, it's inside of us. Mm-hmm. So that's never gonna go away. So anytime that we're in any type of scenario or situation that any kids that was a part of our family want to be a part of it, I definitely make sure that we communicate with administration to let our kids be a part of where they've been, and then where they're going at. They can bring all of that positive reinforcement back to our kids to be able to understand that they can make it out there. So the more we have positivity around the kids that's here on the campus that went off to college and coming back, we want that to be a big part of our relationship, with each other. For me, in terms of training, I try to continue to train every day to stay in shape, to be able to monitor the times and stuff like that. So I can be able to adjust to the times through the uniforms, what the kids like, type of shoes that they like. So we try to make sure that we go out and fundraise for them to be able to have what they need to be able to catch up, with the times. And I won't be like Coach still old school. He won't let us be able to get the new stuff that going out. And colleges set a trend. The NFL set a trend in terms of like what type of uniform, what the new cleats are, what the new mouthpieces that they wear. So we want to make sure that our kids be able to be a part of that situation. They can feel good about that all the time, and they can feel good about, being a part of where they're going at. And we close to making sure all of our training, all of the work that we put in every day, how we live, how we run, what we wear, is about where we're sending them at. This is what they're doing in college. So when they get to college, they won't be big eyes, they'll be shocked about this world. I understand this world. I know how to go to my playbook, and understand it, because we're going to have team meetings. We have group individual meetings that they have to go in and learn all the stuff they are learning in college. They got to take notes and stuff. We want to make sure they get big and taking notes and brief back, asking questions. But when we get on the field, they know how to respond to the same thing. We want them to be able to use that technique in the classroom as well.
I think that's huge too, because I know you had the opportunity to actually go off a couple years in that college environment. So do you feel as if though that gave you a big edge towards how to transition? Because I think a lot of times the kids don't know how to transition when it comes from, okay, me playing high school football, then me going to college. You have to be responsible. Like I sat up there and I watched you and speak to the kids earlier about the 4:30 workout. That's big, because in college
you're gonna have those moments.
You're gonna have those a lot, and you have to hold yourself accountable. So, do you think that kind of gave you an edge towards coaching and how to put your kids in position to be greater men outside and beyond high school sports?
Oh, that was, I think, the opportunity to have to go. That's why I always thank Randy Shannon, Al Golden for giving me an opportunity to be at Miami for 5 years. I think it set up a certain type of level of not just for myself, but for the people who are around me. Even for assistant coach. When I went to Miami and came back, I changed everything. Because everything was different. Everything was faster. The pace was different. How we study, how we train, how we doing. So now the assistant coach that was there, we already was successful, doing well with what we was doing with the tempo and the pace that we had. But when I bring in at a faster college type of pace, how the practice schedule was, how we're going to do this, how we're going to work in the weight room, how we're going to work in the meetings, how we're going to do on the field. Everything was just a lot faster. What we have to do in 5 minutes, we used to be doing in 15 and 20 minutes. Now they're saying, Coach, man, we can't be able to do this. We're not going to be able to do it because it's too fast. Our kids not mentally ready for that. And I say, first thing we're going to do before we shut it down, we're going to try it.
Yeah.
And once we tried it and we started using it, and then the coaches came back in our next meeting and said, Coach, you called it out. It works.
Yeah.
You know, whatever we put them to do and we put them in the strategy in terms of how we're going to do things, how we're going to train, this is the standard. This is where it's going to be.
Yeah.
Our kids going to respond to it. And so they got a chance, but coaches had to learn first. So that's one thing about life. The adults, we got to buy in first. And once we buy in, and the kids know that you bought into it because you got to sell it to them,
right?
You know, now it's going to be able to work the way it needs to work, and that's going to happen. So my job was the first year, I have to make sure I win my staff.
Right.
I got to change their mindset.
Right.
So once I changed their mindset, then they was now going to meeting rooms and change the student athletes' mindset. Yeah. And now we was able to continue to take that level of pace that we needed to train and how we do things. And then, hey, at the end of the day, it spoke for itself.
Yeah, and the results, it's the results, and that's something that we can all use in life. Like, don't shoot it down don't knock it before you try it. Right. That's something all the older crowd always says. Don't knock it before you try it. And it's just a pleasure, Coach, just to sit here with you and for you to not only drop jewels on me, but for the world to see you drop jewels and how the impact that you have towards not only the kids but the community. You know, and one thing that I always loved and appreciated about you was I picked up the phone, I called you, didn't shoot me down that one time. First thing I told you what I had, and you like, come on. And that just shows what type of character and individual you are. And it reflects on your coaching style, it reflects on the community, it reflects in the kids. And Coach, I wish nothing but more success outside of football, and I can see the success with your kids and your family. You're an amazing man, and I'm just happy to be sitting here in front of you, Coach.
Yeah, thank you, man. I do appreciate you guys, and anything that, you know, when you called me about this, you know, you wanted to do this event with us, that was awesome. I think it was a great thing in terms of you being able to go out and reach people where everybody can be able to hear the story, you know, and sometimes we don't know, we just look at what we see on the field, you know, and not really know what goes through the hard work to be able to get to that point, you know, and with the people that put it all together, you know, all of us work together. We work here closely with our administration, with our teachers, you know, with our custodians, with our cafeteria workers, because all of us in this school, man, we mean something to those kids.
Absolutely right.
You know, and that's why for our staff, I continue to make sure that our staff continue to grow. We go to colleges and universities around the country, clinics, you know, and all type of seminars to make sure we continue to get better.
Yeah.
We never satisfied about we know everything. You know, we always want to learn. We're going to learn from anybody. We let our kids teach us.
Yeah.
Like we've been out on the tour, and what we do for our kids, we make them sit down and talk about things that they learned.
Right.
You know, what you learned differently from what we was doing at school. So they get an opportunity during that night to be able to talk to us about, oh man, I picked up this move, I picked up that one. We still do something. And it felt good to know that we are on the right track, or some of the things that being taught at the college level, we are doing them here, you know, at our high school level. But for our kids to go out and brief back to us, you know, what's happening out there in college, that's big for us.
Yeah.
And it's big for them, you know, to be able to know that we're trying to transition your life, you know, for where we're trying to go at.
And they see it,
you know. And we're trying to make sure they understand the social media part of life that's become to be a big, you know, evaluation for them, you know. So we're trying to make sure they understand that, clean that up a lot, but, you know, do a lot better with that because it's been a little shaky with a lot of the kids, understanding how important that part of their life is.
And that's one of the main things is that what I do is I told them they're a special group of guys. This is like my third time coming here, and I let them know just y'all stories, the energy that y'all bring, You know what I mean? Like I asked them to give me their why. Like, why do you do it? And they gave me, they all gave me their whys. And you got different demographics, different backgrounds, coaches, and everybody have their reasons. And the one reason that I always loved to hear is that they doing it for more than themselves. Because if you're just doing it for yourself, you're selfish.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because again, just like you say, it's an impact a long line of people that helped you get to this moment. So I appreciate you shouting them out because they deserve that moment, because there's no such thing as I in team, number one.
Not about me. It's about the people, man. Trainers, and the girls that work in the trainers, our student trainers, all of those things that play big to keeping these kids, comfortable and safety and healthy as possible. And then one thing I like about our staff, we all family oriented. It's family.
I see that.
Everybody got a great family themselves.
Right.
They family men. Their fathers. They're doing a great job.
Yeah.
In that territory, and I have these other kids to make sure they understand and they respect that.
Yeah.
And parents respect that.
Yeah.
As well too, because we know we're looking for safety first.
Right.
All our kids and everything that we do. But I do appreciate everything that you guys are doing here. Not just for us, for everybody, from here in South Florida, who you guys have a relationship with. Y'all continue to do a great job and continue the great work.
I appreciate you, Coach, man. I appreciate your style. I appreciate your kids. I appreciate your time. That's the most valuable thing in the world, man. Just giving your time. So love you, Coach, man. I can't wait to see what holds.
Be nice, man. Y'all be good now.
Thank you, man. Thank you, man.
See, this a cold ass city, feel like 2 below. I've been involving on my team with the give and go. It's really levels to this life, if you didn't know. I just wanna take my people somewhere that they couldn't go, I ain't lying. They know that I'm special, I'm getting settled in. It ain't no secret, the fabrications will get you in. I maybe thought it once or twice and never did again. It's a different caliber, a nigga who ain't trying to blend, I'm coming for it. I'm just making that clear. We in the valley of the beast, never seen you in here. Yeah, some different type of niggas get made over here. But I've been counting all the people that's selling your pill, we been on it. Uplifting my niggas cause they don't get it much. I noticed taking them losses and taught us all enough. My daddy figured out a way when shit was getting tough. I never wanna be a sorry nigga that they